Hello, hello. Can you see? Hey, what's going on, Beth? Any music suggestions? I'm just playing Spy X Family because I don't know what to listen to. You can hear me? Okay. Um you can or you can or can't hear me. Homework grind? Okay, okay. Good. Just making sure. We're not doing a Nuzlocke today. Let me go back. New story. Yeah, I didn't have too much going on today, so I was like, I was, I was gonna wait until next week to do another stream, but I was like, I kind of want to get the most out of this. So I decided I'll do. I can do this for like an hour. Right. Yeah. So. Well, okay, we're just gonna do storyteller. Can you hear me and the music okay? I don't even know how to, okay, how should we begin this? Okay, so, um, okay. Nintendo Directs are typically happen every February. Annotating research papers and putting analyses of them into an annotated bibliography. Ugh. No, thank you. Okay. So, Nintendo Directs typically happen every February. Rumors are swirling that the next one could fall. I don't know. I don't even know what the rumors are saying. We're the ones supposed to be creating the rumors. Um, the next one. Okay, no, we're gonna go back. With the... Okay, I know. Happen. Because my uncle works for Nintendo, I know the day and time of the next Nintendo Direct. When is it? Okay, when is it? February 26th at 12 p.m. Eastern. What will be shown in the Nintendo Direct? Here's a list of what was announced during past Directs. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Super Mario Odyssey. I think those are the actual days that those games came out too. Okay. Okay, so February 26th. That was easy. Okay. With the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom, coming in May, will Super Mario Odyssey also be getting a sequel announced? I think so. Do you have any predictions for this year's Nintendo Direct? It'll probably be about new games for Switch. Well, duh. But I'm hoping they announce another Pokemon game. Okay, what is this? What is this? I should probably know that this stream is I can't talk. Heavily inspired by what the Nintendo Pals did. But I want to make things interesting. I don't know how, but it needs to be a little spicier than just game announcements. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get rid of this I think so. What does I think so even mean? Yeah, do you have any? Okay. Okay, I guess not. Will there be another Pokemon game? You know what? I just got a better idea. We're scrapping all of it. We're scrapping it. I got a better idea. Nintendo Directs typically fall in the beginning of February. The staff at Nintendo are working hard preparing for the announcements that will be at at the next Nintendo Direct. Let's see what that says. Let's see what happens now. The Nintendo Switch has been a massive success, selling over 10 million units in less than a year since it was released. Is that? This is more than double what the Wii U sold during its entire lifespan. Okay, AI, that's not quite right. Okay, give it 13 million. Okay. With this great news and upcoming release of Super Smash Bros, there have never been. What is this? What is this? 2018? AI is stuck in the past. But this is not 2018. It's it's 1967. And we're going to see Nintendo's first ever television advertisement. These commercials were produced by a company called BBDO in New York City. They also did all the other advertisements for Nintendo until 1968 when they what? No. No. It's 2023. It's 2023. We're inside the GameCube. No. No. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. A meeting is about to start. Where they discuss their plans. The Matrix is real. Alright, we're all here. Let's get started with today's agenda. The room is filled with a lot of tension. All eyes are on the person who is speaking. It was a man named Shigeru Miyamoto. Okay. He has been involved with video games since 1983 and has worked as a designer for several companies, including Nintendo. His most famous game series is Mario. We have some good news to share, but first I want to talk about our company's overall direction. Several people in the room looked around, confused. What does he mean by that? Then Miyamoto speaks again. In the past year, we've seen a significant decline in sales of 3DS hardware and software. AI, it's not 2018. It's not 2018. Why does the AI think this? Okay. But I mean, I'm sure there's been a decline this year too, because they're not selling it. We also saw an increase in the number of users who stopped playing or returned their systems to us. No. The 3DS. What do we need to focus on? Okay. I'm just curious at this point. Miyamoto looks around the room waiting for an answer, but nobody replies. Everyone is just staring at him. Finally, one guy responds, well, we think maybe you should stop making new consoles. Wrong answer. The Nintendo Switch exists, AI. That might help your numbers. That's a horrible idea, Miyamoto shouts back. The Nintendo Switch is selling very well, so we know there's still demand for hardware, and even though sales may be down, we can't assume the world is no longer interested in playing games. I don't know what reality this is right now. While we're not making new Wii U hardware, we are releasing games and supporting the ones already out there. We're also giving consumers the option to play those games on other devices too. No, you're not. I believe this is the right thing to do. What in the world? Now let's move on. The meeting continues like this for quite a while. Nobody has any ideas. In fact, the whole conversation feels rather uncomfortable. Miyamoto finally says, okay, let's take a break. You know what? You know what this is? Okay. So I was just on Film Logic yesterday, and that episode hasn't come out yet. But if you listen to it at the end, we have quite a discussion about a question about if you could choose whether to lose the past 15 years in movies or video games. And we kind of got into kind of a deep conversation about this, and it was kind of like, well, what would that reality look like? And basically, it would look like there's been, like, say it's video games, there's just been 15 years of just horrible, like, stagnation. Like, like, all creativity in the world was just lost for 15 years, basically. So this is what's happening. Nintendo, it's not 2008, it's like 2018. And Nintendo is just in this alternate reality. They are just stuck. And they have no ideas. So now let's take a break. Let's take a break. Okay. Let's take a break. It's 2018. So let's take a break for 5 years. Let's take a break for 5 years. Now it's 2023. When we come back, we'll see if things have changed. Everyone laughs. They had been joking, but now it seems like a real possibility. Eventually, the meeting ends without anything resolved. Okay, we don't need a story about Miyamoto. Is this what this is turning into? So, maybe in this reality, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess Ultra HD happen. Yeah. Okay, what's gonna happen? As he leaves the building and steps on the street, he begins... Whoa. Okay, no. No, no. No. It's 2023. Waluigi descend upon Miyamoto. It's 2023 and a February drive. Is that what I started this with? is approaching. The Nintendo staff have a meeting to discuss what will be shown. What do you think should happen? Miyamoto asks. One of the younger employees raises his hand. I don't understand why Nintendo doesn't make more games for smartphones and tablets. If they did that, they could keep the company alive. Horrible idea. Fire this employee. Miyamoto responds. Mobile games are terrible. You are fired. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. This gets everyone laughing again. It's 2020. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's 2023. A Nintendo Direct is coming up. The Nintendo staff is gathered together to decide what will be revealed. So, what do you guys think? I like to imagine this is what the meetings actually look like. They just sit there and they're like, so, what should we do? What are we doing? We went back in time. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. 2020 already happened. We don't need to do it again. Nobody answers. People look around nervously. I'm gonna go ahead and ask anyway, Miyamoto says. Are we going to announce any new Switch games? I hope. There's some laughter. Do we even have any? More laughter. Miyamoto continues. If we don't have anything worth showing, then perhaps we shouldn't bother doing this live stream. Are we just... is the AI trying to tell us we're not getting a Nintendo Direct? Is that what's happening? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Just send the announcement to email subscribers. Wait, is that really the best idea, someone says? Miyamoto smiles and said, You're absolutely right. I should have never have asked the question. Email subscribers. He walks away from the table and leaves the room. It's 2023. It's been 6 months since the last Nintendo Direct. Miyamoto is walking through the halls when a coworker calls out to him. Okay, we're getting all the hidden information. So, is this like 6 months in the future? No. Okay, never mind. So say we didn't get a February Direct. When was the last Nintendo Direct? Whoops. What happened? Okay. Let's see when the last Nintendo Direct was. September 13th, 2022. And then there was an Indie World on November 10th. Okay. So, basically 4 months. Basically, it's been 4 months. So, I mean, okay. We'll just fix it. It's more like 4 months. Hey, Mr. Miyamoto, can you take a few minutes to answer some questions? Miyamoto pauses and turns toward the voice. It's one of the engineers he's known for many years. He's always been a quiet guy, but Miyamoto always enjoyed talking with him. Sure, shoot. How important is it to have fun playing games? Very. Fun is the core of everything we do. I don't know if I agree with that statement, but okay. What makes a good game? Miyamoto thinks about this for a moment. Good games are made by people who love what they do. Sometimes inspiration comes from surprising places. For example, Super Mario Maker came from someone who wanted to make a game but didn't have much time. So he created a tool that would allow players to create their own levels. Okay, now we know the truth behind Mario Maker was because they didn't feel like making a game. Why did you leave your job at Microsoft? What? Miyamoto smiles. Microsoft was just another company to me. Interesting. I decided to work for myself instead. It's nice not having to worry about pleasing shareholders. There's upsides and downsides to both choices. But in the end, I'm happy where I am. This isn't helping. Okay, thanks for taking the time to talk, Mr. Miyamoto. No problem. It's 2023. It's been almost 2 years. Oh no. That means it's no. Mario Maker exposed. 2023, not clickbait. Yeah. Zelda Maker, please. Yes, I hope. By the way, welcome, Mud Does Art. It's weird, calling you that cause I know you, obviously. So it's kind of funny. What is this timeline? I don't know. I'm a little worried. I think it's 2025 now. No, 2024. Well, we'll say 2025. We'll say like 2 years from now. Okay. Miyamoto has retired. The company is starting to die. Yes, I think I know you. Or I've just been following the wrong YouTuber this whole time. I'm really worried, guys. One day, Miyamoto is sitting alone at his desk. His co-workers have left to go home for the night. Suddenly, there's a knock at the door. Zelda is on the rise. Also, Mud, like, you're the only person I know that does that emoji combination, so I'm just saying. He looks up and sees a young man sitting outside. He appears to be a member of the press, which surprises Miyamoto. Mr. Miyamoto, is that you? Miyamoto stands up and walks toward the boy. Yes, it's me. What brings you here? I've come to interview you about your retirement. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't announced my retirement yet. I don't know how to get in touch with the media. I'm sure other people do that, I just don't. I don't know. But maybe I just don't talk to that many people. Beth, there's no chat rule in this reality, probably, so. Can I come in? Of course. As soon as he enters the room, Miyamoto notices something strange. Something about the boy reminds him of himself, or rather, a younger version of himself. Did you say you're from the media? Yes, sir. Is there someone else here? No, it's just us. Who sent you? And the boy was Andros of Nintendo Pals. Chat rule forever now. My editor said he'd pay me $500 if I got a quote from you. Miyamoto starts to laugh. I've been retired for over 10 years. Why would anyone care what I have to say? What is it now, like 2035? More time travel. I'm so confused. So, it's 2035. The company's dying. Miyamoto's been retired for 10 years. I'm worried. I'm scared. That's a good point. Well, can you give me a quote anyway? Sorry, no. Oh, crap. Miyamoto laughs again. I guess I'll go home. What? Good luck getting a quote from anybody. The boy shakes his head. I doubt that will be a problem. I should be scared, yeah. It's 2027. The Nintendo Direct is coming up. Miyamoto has gotten back into the habit of working every day. Okay. What? What? Guys, no. Based off of what we said, it's like 2035. And Miyamoto's back, so we're good. We're good. How are things going? Not bad, I suppose. I hear you're retired. Yep. Who's talking to him? I thought that was a stupid decision, but now I realize you were probably right all along. I'm lost. I'm lost too. Miyamoto's retired. What? Okay. You still have a lot. Wait. Well, thank you. You still have a lot of fans, though. Miyamoto nods. Yeah, they're still making games for the Switch, too. I keep hoping they'll make another platform like the Wii or the DS, but so far nothing's happened. To all of you people saying, oh, we're getting the next console, you know, Metroid Prime 4's got to come out this year because it's got to be coming for the Switch. Tears of the Kingdom's the last Switch game, like Zelda or big first party. You're wrong. You're wrong. It's 2035. It's 2035. And the Switch is still going. So. Maybe they'll surprise everyone and announce one at the Direct. Possibly. In the meantime, why don't you tell me about the latest games? Okay, I'm curious what games are coming out in 2035? That's okay. I have no problem with the Switch concept never changing. I personally don't. Now, I think hardware is going to have evolved a lot in 2035 between now and then, so I hope we get an improvement. But I could see the Switch becoming like Xbox and PlayStation, where it's just kind of the same thing. But I also know Nintendo, and they really like to change things all the time. You want a 5-way switch that goes from console to handheld to VR to PC to mobile. I don't think that's happening till like 2050 probably, knowing Nintendo. So, but let's see what's coming out in 2035. There's a new Kirby game and a new Yoshi adventure, a new Metroid game for the 3DS, some old school RPG stuff. Sounds like a busy year for the Switch. Okay, let's change 3DS to Switch. I can't spell. There we go. All the gaming systems. Yeah, okay. That would be cool. Sounds like a busy year for the Switch. See, this is what I'm saying. This is the 15 years of just total creativity block. Between now and 2035, we're just stuck with the Switch and the same. Metroid Prime for 3DS, guys, no. I would love that. I don't play Metroid Prime, so I'm not losing anything. I would laugh a lot if that happened. Anything else? Oh yeah, there's an Earthbound remake. You know, that weird little RPG from the early 90s? It's pretty popular now. Really? I had no idea. Anyway, it's available for the 3DS and the Switch. What is going on? What is going on? Earthbound remake in 2035 confirmed. I think it's coming to the PC too. Huh. I might have to check it out. Oh, and there's a new Fire Emblem coming to the Switch. It's called Awakening. We already have Awakening. That's an old game. Come on. It's called what? Fire Emblem Warriors? No. Run AI, it's 2035. What is going on? What in the world? Okay. It's based on Awakening, but it's a completely different story. It's more like an expansion pack. I've never played a Fire Emblem game before. They're pretty hard, actually. I can agree with that. Especially the new one. My daughter loves them, though. Well, I hope it sells well. I'm sure it will. It's 2040! Miyamoto is out walking around Tokyo. Fire Emblem Ice Zone. It's 2040. I can't believe it. We made it to 2040. He stops by a cafe and orders a drink. Then he sits down at an empty table and opens up his laptop. He takes a look at his inbox. Dozens of emails have arrived. Most of them are from fans asking when a new game is coming out. Man, we're about to hit the game drought apocalypse. It's about to be bad. You know it's bad when Miyamoto's getting emails asking when a game's coming out. Others want to know if he's going to retire again. There's also a few emails from people who say they quit their jobs to follow in his footsteps. One person even says he was fired because he didn't appreciate the value of Miyamoto's work. What? Another complains that he can't find a job anymore. Miyamoto sighs. I guess I should stay retired this time. Then he remembers something. He's only 60 years old. He's what? What? How old is Miyamoto, actually? How old is Miyamoto? He's 70. And 2040 is... I can't do math today. That's 16 years from now. So he would be 86. He's only 86. He's only 86. Okay. He could probably live another 30 or 40 years. Or maybe he'll get bored and decide to start working again after all. Can you imagine being 86 and you decided that you're bored? Can you put in that world-renowned YouTuber, Twitch streamer, and CEO of Epsilon Electronics, Maddie Beth, comes in to help Nintendo? Why not? But there's a knock at the door. A young man comes into the room carrying a briefcase full of documents. Okay, wait, we can change that. Why not? There's a knock at the door. World-renowned YouTuber. She's wearing a stylish gray suit with matching hair and red lipstick. I want to see this, by the way. When I see you later this week, Beth, you better be coming in with a stylish gray suit with matching hair and red lipstick. Okay? Maddie Beth smiles at Miyamoto. Hi, Miyamoto. How are you doing today? Well, I must say, You certainly dress like a boss. Thank you, Miyamoto. I try to dress well whenever I'm meeting with important people. What brings you here? I want to talk to you about the future of gaming. Please, please help. Please. Oh, well, I'll be honest. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. I know, Maddie Beth says, but I need your help anyway. Okay, Beth, that should be easy. By 2040, I'm sure you'll have gray hair. What if I created? Why? Because I believe we have a chance to fix everything that's wrong with the industry. Right now, most video games are created for single player, but that's not what games are really supposed to be, you see. I thought I would think the opposite would be happening by 2040, that all games would just be like multiplayer, like online shooters, free to play. I mean, I don't want that, but wow. Yeah, I kind of threw you under the bus. No, I don't. What do you mean? Let me show you. Maddie Beth pulls her phone out of her pocket. Okay, so I'm gonna take a picture. She snaps a photo of Miyamoto sitting at the table. Then she turns to him and asks, "Do these look familiar?" Miyamoto looks at the photo on her screen. It's two pictures side by side. One of Miyamoto dressed as Mario, and another of Miyamoto dressed as himself. Both photos were taken in the same place at the same time. How are you dressed as yourself? What? That's right, Maddie Beth explains. In both those photos, I took a selfie with the exact same angle, lighting, and pose. I did not know you cared about selfies this much, Beth. I didn't know this. In other words, they're identical twins, except the first one was taken by a professional photographer, and the second one was just snapped by my phone. Which do you think came out better? Are we talking about like how much phone cameras have improved by 2040? If the only improvement with phones in 2040 is just a better camera, can phone cameras even get much better than they are now? Like, I hate selfies. What? I don't think that's true. Not in 2040. I don't know, Miyamoto answers. They look almost exactly the same. Exactly, Maddie Beth exclaims. And that means we can create the exact same thing over and over again. We could shoot a million videos, upload them all to YouTube, and watch the views roll in. iPhone in 2044 is going to be all cameras. Oh, I hope not. That's why most video games aren't fun. They're all the same. But isn't that what video games are all about? Creating different worlds and characters for players to enjoy? Absolutely. But most games are nothing more than replicas of what has already been done before. And that's why they're boring. So you want to make games without any graphics. How do you come to that conclusion when the Switch gets a camera? Well, in this timeline, presumably the Switch is the exact same as it is right now, so I don't know. Yes. I want to make games where the audience doesn't care how many polygons there are on the screen. As long as the storytelling is good, the gameplay is fluid, and the controls are intuitive, then that's enough. Hold up. Explain yourself. When I was a kid, I loved playing Super Mario Bros. It was full of adventure, mystery, and suspense. The music was catchy, the characters were cute, and the levels were challenging. All those things made it a great game. But Super Mario Bros. 2 was the same thing as the first game, except the levels had less variety. There wasn't anything new or exciting about it. Later, I played Donkey Kong Country. It was a platformer in the classic mold, but it was much more detailed. The backgrounds looked amazing, and there were tons of enemies and obstacles. Every world felt unique and special. Where's this conversation going? You've never liked Super Mario Bros? Are you serious? Do you actually not like Super Mario Bros? You still prefer the original? Why? Well, because the first one was fresh and exciting while the second one was stale. I grew tired of it. Sounds like you like Donkey Kong Country better than Super Mario Bros. 2, Maddie Beth points out. I'm so confused. I did, but I would never tell anyone that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Mario Bros. Is okay? Just okay? This will be a separate issue. Back to the story. I did, but I would never tell anyone that. No one wants to play a bad game, especially if they heard the hype and expectations from everyone else. Fair point. So, how does this apply to video games? The problem is that most developers spend so much time making their games look shiny. Facts! They add extra details and polish the visuals until they shine like a mirror. But once the game hits the shelves, all the fans want to see is a finished product. If the game has too many flaws, then we can't sell it to our customers. I'm very confused. I thought we were just talking about how games are all about graphics and not gameplay, and now we're talking about flaws. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet flashbacks. Oregon Trail and the OG Legend of Zelda are where it's at. It's Mario Bros. Is old and outdated. Mario Bros. Is more outdated than the Oregon Trail and OG Legend of Zelda. I could easily go back and play the original Super Mario Bros. Before the Legend of Zelda. The original just does not hold up the same as the original Mario Bros. Yeah, exactly. Mud says Oregon Trail. Seriously, that's not better than Mario. No. But they're also extremely different games, so I don't know why we're, like, comparing them. And that's why we're stuck in a vicious cycle. Most games are only as good as the last one, which means most games suck. Because if you're a developer, it's your job to make sure you deliver the best possible experience to your customers. I know. Beth, you're gonna get canceled if you keep saying stuff like this. And that's why most games are so mediocre. Well, I guess you've made your point, Miyamoto says. I have one more thing I'd like to show you, Maddie Beth says. She opens her laptop and searches for the definition of a word. A moment later, the computer displays the definition of the word in big, bold letters. What is that? Miyamoto asks. It's called an animated definition. My computer calls it a digital dictionary. Basically, it gives you a visual representation of the meaning of a word. Interesting. How does it work? You know how some words sound different to you than they do to me? What is happening? What is happening? For example, the English word cat sounds the same to us, but the Japanese word for the same thing is kawaii. What? What? Yes, I know. Um, I don't understand why this. The Japanese word for cat is Nico, by the way. Kawaii is just. That's not. That's not. Yes, I know. I'm Japanese. That's what I meant. Everyone knows what a cat is, even though we all say it differently. That's because the word has a different meaning based on where you're from. But with this tool, we can translate. Okay. Why did we get into Google Translate? I would hope this would be extremely mainstream by 2040. There's quite the conversation going on in chat right now. I don't really. Let's go back. Let's just delete it from here. Wait, Maddie Beth interrupts. What if I told you I could solve all these issues in a way that lets us keep the same quality standards we always have? Would you be interested? Of course, I would love that. Good. Then let me show you, Maddie Beth says. She takes Miyamoto's hand and leads him to the living room. The TV suddenly blinks on. Hello? Is anybody home? Miyamoto freezes in his tracks. He's staring at the screen, completely stunned by the. Where is this going? Where is this going? No. I I don't think so. I think let's try this again. Great, then let me show you. Maddie Beth brings up her laptop on the table. She opens up an image editing program and starts to draw something on the blank page. What are you doing? I'm drawing a character. A character? You mean the Mario Bros? No. I'm not a fan of Nintendo. I'm a bigger fan of Capcom. You know, I'm starting to wonder. After IRL Beth says that Mario Bros is okay. Just okay. Why? And this guy here is one of their most iconic heroes, Mega Man. Mega Man? No. Sus AI. Yeah. Let's... The AI just got a little confused. But we'll keep the not a fan of Nintendo. I never played any of their games. In fact, I barely even played Super Mario World. Whoa, slow down. What do you mean, Miyamoto asks? You're... Remember how I said that most games suck? Well, I designed my own character. He's based off of... Oh. Whoa. That's a little weird. That's a little weird. This is a secret. Don't tell anyone. Alright, I won't say a word. Maddie Beth continues to sketch a character on her computer. He has a round body with little arms and legs sticking out from the sides. His head looks like an egg with 2 eyes and a mouth. Is this like describing Kirby? Where did you learn to draw this? Miyamoto asks. I know you said you didn't play any of the games, but you seem pretty familiar with the concept. You caught me red-handed. I used to draw these kinds of characters all the time as a kid. This guy is based off of a cartoon I saw on TV called DuckTales. Let's change that to this guy is based off of Kirby. That makes a little bit more sense. Kirby, a little blue blob with big eyes and a mouth? That's right. I loved Kirby. He was super cute and funny. I think he was my favorite video game character. So, I think in this reality what happens, like, and by 2040, you've kind of just fallen off of gaming. You're like, I don't like Nintendo, but like I'm coming to talk to Miyamoto because I want to fix Nintendo. And then you're like, actually, it's kind of terrible. But now you're revealing that you're remembering how you did actually used to love Nintendo games like Kirby. Which is ironic because I'm the one that actually used to love Kirby when I was little. Like, Kirby probably was, like, the Kirby games probably were my favorite for some time when I was a kid. This is crazy. How old were you when you drew this? 10 years ago, I believe. 10 years old? You couldn't possibly be older than that, could you? I think Miyamoto misheard. Yeah, I've actually never seen DuckTales. Kind of a problem. Let's change this to, let's, there, you were 10. You were 10 years old when you made Kirby? Yeah. I knew my mom wouldn't let me buy a video game console until I was 12, so I decided to make my own. Whoa. You decided to make your own console? How did you make a video game? My dad taught me how to write code, so I wrote a simple program that would control a sprite. This seems like conflicting parental views. One won't let you get a console till you're 12, and the other's like teaching you how to program when you're 10, which is also extremely impressive. A sprite, like a moving picture. Miyamoto asks. Exactly. Now, there were no graphics to speak of. I just moved one small image across the screen. So what happened? Maddie Beth smiles. Why are you smiling? I couldn't draw very well at the time, so I took a photo of myself and used it as the face for Kirby. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Is that really you? Yes, my mom captured that moment in a photo. So apparently, Beth, when you were 10, your face looked like Kirby. So, yeah. I thought it was hilarious, so I used it for a Kirby sprite. Wow. So what happened? Well, after a few months of working on the game, I was bored. I wanted to play some video games, but I wasn't allowed to. So I got creative. I started playing my own game. Well, I thought you were making... You started playing the game that you made? But how did you get people to play it? I didn't know you were trying to advertise it too. My dad helped me set up a website for my game. It had a download link and everything. After a month or two, someone downloaded the game and played it. Everyone seemed to enjoy it, so I started making updates. Soon I had a community of fans who wanted more Kirby. You kept working on the game? Not exactly. Instead, I decided to make the game into a full-fledged game. Doesn't that mean you were working on the game? I don't know. I spent almost a year working on it and then released it to the public. Wow, but how did you make money? Patty Beth chuckles. I sold t-shirts online. You never took... Beth, you programmed your own video game and sold t-shirts when you were 10, and I've never heard about any of this. I designed t-shirts with Kirby on them. I figured that if enough people bought the shirts, I could eventually afford a video game console. Didn't work out that way, huh? Right. I sold hundreds of shirts, but I still needed to buy a console. Eventually, I had to give up on the idea of being able to buy a console until I could save up enough money. Hundreds of shirts didn't get you enough money to buy a console? That's kind of sad. I stopped drawing Kirby in the meantime. Do you still have the t-shirts? Of course I do. They're my prized possession. I wear them often. I see. Meanwhile, when I was 10, I was trying to figure out multiplication. Exactly. I don't know about... I see. Well, anyway, I have to go now. Thank you for telling me about all this. It was fascinating. You're welcome. Thank you for listening. Bye. Miyamoto gets up and walks over to this office. So, I have to go in like 5 minutes. And we got this very long and interesting story about Beth making t-shirts and video games. And we learned about a video game drought apocalypse that's going to happen in like 2035 or 40. So, how do we wrap this up? Let's see. How do we wrap this up? We learned that there's not going to be a direct for a few years. Definitely need a part 2. Yeah, I agree. Do we just leave it on a cliffhanger? Let's see. Let's see one more roll. After Miyamoto leaves, Maddie Beth puts away her laptop and says, "Let's grab lunch." What? Why? Yes, cliffhanger. I know, but I'm not. I don't know when I'm gonna stream again. I don't want to wait. I don't want the cliffhanger, let alone the viewers. Okay. Let's see. Let's. Okay. So. I don't know. Okay. When? Let's just ask. I don't know. Let's cut this. Let's do. Between. Okay, let's just ask. When is the next? Or do we not? I know. Okay, this will be the cliffhanger. And Miyamoto work together to bring Nintendo back, create a new console, and reveal the next Nintendo Direct in 2040. That's how we're gonna end it. We'll roll this. Yeah. So we'll see when I'm back. I'm not sure when I'll be back. I was thinking of streaming on Thursday, but the Nintendo Pals and All In are doing a Fall Guys night, so I think I'm gonna play Fall Guys with them. But maybe before that, maybe. Or we'll be back next week. I also want to do a AI Nuzlocke. So those are kind of my ideas at the moment. But if I have any free time at some point, decide to do this. I also kind of want to. I also kind of want to make this a video, which means editing, and I want to make the Amiibo Festival AI video. So, and I have a couple other things prepared too. So, lots of stuff. But yeah. So I'm gonna call it good for today. Thank you guys for being here. If you don't mind leaving the stream a like, if you want to, that helps with like visibility. So yeah, I'm gonna head out. It's been fun. It's been crazy. So yeah, with that, can't wait for the next stream. I'm glad. I can't wait either. All right. Well,